Alright, so I want to make a real fast video on some go-to tools I use working on airlines. Um, I'll start here. I have some Lyle airline disconnect wrenches. And these are nice if you can get both your hands on the particular valve or fitting that you're working on. But since I'm holding the camera, this kind of shows the main flaw I have with these, which is they're not really a one-handed operation. But essentially how it works is you slide this end over the airline, push down on the collar, and then with your other hand you're able to pull the airline off. And then, you know, in those tight situations you can use the bottom side the same way. But yeah, again, the issue I have is, you know, you can't really, you know, do a job one-handed with these wrenches. And the other issue I have is when you have one of those valves that has multiple different size airlines coming in and out of it, or if you have a T that's 3/8 on one end, quarter on the other, you would need, you know, multiple wrenches to complete the job. So in this case you would need 3. Again, it's minor, but it's enough to make these not really my go-to, which is why I prefer these direct source quick release pliers. And these actually have a biting jaw and then a pushing jaw, so it makes, you know, a one-handed operation possible. And for me, working on Volvos, these are worth their weight in gold, because it seems like Volvo, for whatever reason, buries all their valves and fittings along the firewall or along the frame, and they're just almost impossible to get to with both hands. So again, it's one-handed, so I can kind of show you right now. Just bite down. I guess it helps if I put them the right way. Or you just bite down on the fitting, pull back. You know, same pliers. Bite down. And even on the quarter, it'll grab them. But yeah, these are definitely a must-have for me. But they come in a 4-piece set, but these are kind of like the main ones I use. And then sometimes I'll go to the 90s for those situations. I can't quite get a good angle with the straight ones. The main flaw with these is this roll pin right here. It has a tendency to fall out, mainly working on those real stubborn fittings that no matter what, you just can't pop them loose, and you're really just clamping down. It'll actually pinch this roll pin, and as soon as you let go, the roll pin will go flying, and then this handle just gets all loose. It's minor, but you know, it's worth mentioning. I just throw in a new roll pin and then, you know, basically wait for it to happen again. I've thought about putting in just a bolt, but at the time I did this last time, I didn't have a small enough screw, so it works. You know, it's how they come, so it'll work for now, and then when it breaks, then maybe I'll throw in a bolt. The next, I just have some regular old battery or cable cutters from Knipex. But these work great, especially right here on this top cutting jaw for airlines. Seems like every airline cutter, they're just gigantic for whatever reason. So these are nice because you get a nice like rolled edge, so you're not really pinching and then cutting like you would with like regular diagonal cutters. And I just have 2 different sizes. You know, sometimes it's just easier to grab these smaller ones, but essentially they work the same way. And then lastly, I just have these weatherhead sockets, which are nice for fittings like these. You know, rather than, you know, try and fight with a wrench buried against the firewall or whatever, fighting with a wrench, trying to just ratchet or, you know, loosen it that way. you can just get a ratchet, you know, and attach these, you know, like so, and then you're able to just kind of just twist them off, you know, like you would any other nut or bolt. And then they'll work on these 45s, but it's awkward. But again, it sometimes beats using a wrench, you know, just little by little working your way around, trying different angles. It just makes it easy. Grab a ratchet and then the size you need, and then you just attach it to the fitting. But yeah, just figured I'd kind of show you some of the tools I use. But yeah, thanks for watching.